Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, give advice on your dilemmas, and of course chat about your wildest lesbian dating stories. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Welcome back, everybody. It's so good to have you all here for a little, I was going to say a bonus episode. It's only bonus because it's not on a Thursday. It's a Sunday. What the helly? But I owe you guys an episode and an explanation for where I've been. So buckle up. It's not really that exciting, to be fair. There's no big life drama. It's just the fact that the episode I uploaded 2 weeks ago, the sound got out halfway through. So I went to edit it. Couldn't find the memory card because I had to re-download it onto my computer. Memory card's gone, so there was no way of getting the sound back because the memory card was gone. Still haven't found it. And then last week, so I was like, I'll just refilm the episode a week later. We'll just miss a week. It's fine. The girlies, gays and theys will understand. I spent filming day sat in A&E because I fell down the stairs and severely hurt my ankle. It's not broken. Thank you for your concern. But I have ligament damage, which I've heard is apparently worse than having a broken ankle because it takes longer to heal. My ankle is fat, it's swollen, it's bruised. Like, even my toes have bruised. It started to bruise up my leg. It hurts to weight bear. It hurts to do lots of things. But we're powering through and we are back. So here is a little bonus Sunday episode for you all. So probably you're all tucked up in bed, like got a scary movie on, but not got a scary movie on because you're listening to me. But, you know, you're like cozy in bed with a hot chocolate, listening or watching The Lesbian Lounge, your favourite podcast. It's my favourite podcast. I don't know about you guys. Oh, it's your favourite too. Thanks, guys. Also, happy Halloween for 2 days ago. Friday was Halloween. Hope you all had a lovely Halloween. What did you guys get up to? I'm listening. Sounds good. I had a little Halloween party at the Raven. That's another update in itself. Why was I at the Raven, you might ask? Isn't that Lucy's bar? Yes, it is. Just going to say not a lot on this. We are going to keep the relationship a lot more offline. That's why you haven't really seen a lot recently. So I'm going to probably speak about it a bit less and post a bit less, just out of respect for the relationship. And so the outsiders typing things into the podcast don't feel the need to. I mean, they might still. I don't know, but they haven't for a long time, which has been quite nice to not be trolled. Yeah, I was at the Raven, Lucy's bar, and we had a little Halloween party, and we were dressed up as, well, Lucy was a vampire, and I was kind of like the vampire's victim. Obviously, we had main Halloween at Let's Be Honest, where I was a police officer and Lucy was a prisoner, so this was kind of like a last-minute outfit. So Lucy just wore this, like, a black outfit and had vampire teeth and blood, and I wore a black dress and had, like, as if she'd, like, bitten me and had blood dripping down my neck. Now, if you know me, you know I don't like Halloween. I don't like being scared. I don't like fake bloods. And I was covered in fake bloods. Also, we went to McDonald's before the Halloween party. I'm having a lovely little time, all excited for my McPlant and chips and Diet Coke. We pull up, and Lucy went, oh, he's going to scare us. And I was like, oh, maybe she means, like, the guy, oh, you know, like, when you order it, it's like the intercom thing. I thought maybe she means he's going to be like, boo, happy Halloween or something. No, he's going to scare us. I'm like thinking, oh yeah, whatever. They turn. There's a face at the car window. And it's, you know, like the creepy clown that rides the bike. Not it. He's got like, he smiles. Do you know who I mean? I don't know what he's called because I don't watch horror films. But he was like at the car smiling. Obviously I scream. Lucy's just laughing. He then walks around. He's walking around the car and I'm going, babe, lock the door. Because I'm like, he's going to get in the car. So I make sure she locked the door. I'm holding on to the door just in case he tries to get in. And he's like stood there at the window, like creepily smiling at me. Lucy was wetting herself because she'd had to put the window down to do the order. And the man's taking the order. And I'm like shouting, going, large McPlant, no. Like, I don't get the cheese or anything, so I was like, large McPlant, nothing on it, just ketchup, chips, Diet Coke, go! Because I just wanted to drive off. And then, anyway, we get rid of him. We drive around the corner, one, bam, jumps out in front of the car. Obviously not in front of the car, I would have hit him, just like next to the car. I'm a wreck at this point. I'm thinking, this is awful. Anyway, I'm ordering a McPlant plain, so it takes a while to cook. So they're always like, all right, pull up. And I'm like, oh my God, Lucy, he's going to come over. Anyway, like, the staff member that was sort of with them but at a distance walked over and was like, that was the best reaction we've had all day. And I was like, well, I'm happy to provide entertainment is what I do. And then he was like, oh yeah, like his name was Paul if you want to give him a review. And we were like, what? Like, obviously it must have just been like a McDonald's staff member. And like, they'd gone, right, you're dressing up for Halloween, you're chaperoning him, you're making the McPlants, you're doing this. So maybe, I don't know, they might get a prize for being great. So I actually need Lucy to do the review, because my review would just be like, you were so scary. But Lucy's going to do a good review and say how funny it was. But it was really quite scary, actually. I don't do scary things, like, at all. I was watching a video of, I think it was Tully's Shocktoberfest, is that what it's called? Some of these mazes look horrific. Like, Alton Towers, I did not do any of the scary things when we went. Like, I do not like things jumping out at me, anything real. Wait, I've just noticed something in my studio. My mum must have bought this for the studio. Guys, look how cute he is. It's a little Halloween decoration. It's a little ghosty in a cowboy hat, and it's pink. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Mom. Also, I'm so grateful that Jill listens to the podcast, because it was Jill that texted me when the dodgy sound episode ended. She was like, why is there no sound after like 20 minutes? And I was like, I don't know. And I was in the car with Lucy and I was panicking because everything was in the boot. And I was like, we need to pull over. But it's okay. We're back now, praying. The sound works. Let's all pray to lesbian God, Renee Rapp. Please, please, please let the sound work. Thank you. I'm trying to think if that wasn't words. If I have any other updates. I mean, obviously the relationship, that's a big update. The ankle. Honestly, I don't think there's much else. We had Halloween. We were a vampire. Guys, I don't think there's anything else to update you all on. So, without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. So, this week's question of the week is, if you could change a theatre or a movie romance to become sapphic, who would you choose? So, my answer to this question, my example, if anyone ever asks me this question, I want to see a lesbian JD and Veronica in Heathers. Heathers was a movie, I think, originally, like an old movie, but it's a musical now. And I don't know, like, JD's just kind of giving, like, emo, gothy, lesbian, like, short hair, wears all black, like that vibe. And then Veronica's giving, like, oh, I've never been with a girl before. But, like, it would just be sexy. Like, she sings this whole, like, basically sex song called Dead Girl Walking, where she, like, breaks into JD's house and they have, like, passionate sex. And I just think it would be better if it was lesbian sex. So let's see who you guys want to change up to make Woman Loving Woman. Friends with Benefits. Great start, because I haven't seen that, but I'm sure it's great. Oh, I like this one. Tangled. I'm assuming we mean Flynn and Rapunzel. So changing Flynn to Flo and having Flynn Rider be a girl. I think that would be quite sexy. Again, it's kind of like, I feel like it's the, like, rough around the edges men. Like, you know, the, like, dress a bit, like, I don't want to say dirty. You know, a bit run down. Not like I'm saying women are run down. Do you know what I mean, though? It's always sort of like the raggedy, run down men that we think would be lesbians. Yeah, I could see Flynn and Rapunzel. I know a lot of people have this, like, Mother Gothel fantasy. But obviously Mother Gothel and Rapunzel, if they were lesbians together, that would be weird. Even though Rapunzel isn't... No, Mother Gothel technically isn't Rapunzel's mum. That would still be strange. Maybe in, like, a different universe where they were, like, best friends, not fake mum and daughter. But I'm on the Tangled lesbian hype. I like it. Oh, Titanic. That's a good one. You know what, though? Because it was woman and kids off the boat first. So if Titanic, if we're thinking Rose and Jack, could that have been a completely different outcome if it was woman and kids off the boat first? Because Jack would have been Jackie, and Jackie could have gone in the same boat as Rose. Actually, they only had a plank of wood, though, didn't they? Yeah, but they only had a plank of wood because Jack... Oh, I haven't really seen the film in a long time. I don't really understand it. But potentially we could have had a happy ending with the lesbians. So yeah, if Jack was only born Jackie, they could have both survived and lived happily ever after. So I'm on the Titanic lesbian hype. I like that. Twilight, to make it more gay than it already is. I'm so here for queer Twilight. Like, so here for it. I'm assuming maybe we're thinking Edward to Edwina, but obviously then you've got like Jacob, so that could be Jacobetta. I'm trying to think of a name that could be Jacob, but then I was just thinking Jackie, but we've just done Jackie, so we need to change it up. Jacob. Jessica. Isn't there a character called Jessica? I'm getting confused. What's Anna Kendrick's character called? Why do I feel like it's Jessica? I need to brush up on my movie knowledge because I haven't seen Twilight in years as well. But I could see it being gay. Also, like Alice, I think she is the one with the short hair. She could be a lesbian. Rosalie, the like blonde bitchy sister, like she could be a sexy little dom femme lesbian. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just make all of Twilight gay. And obviously then like the bad vampires, they could fall for the good vampires. It could be all this like, oh, rivalry. I'm so here for that. But yeah, maybe like Bella and Edward specifically. But then I guess if you're making Bella and Edward lesbians, you have to make Jacob a lesbian. Otherwise, unless Bella was bisexual and she had like a girl crush and a boy crush. But I feel like let's just go full-blown lesers here and have Bella's a lesbian who Jacob fancies, but then Bella meets Edward. And there's this big like lesbian love triangle going on. And then happy ending, they all just have a threesome. No one dies. And it's happily ever after. I like that. I'm going to become a movie writer, guys. I'm not. Wicked. Yes, Elphaba and Glinda. I mean, we all saw how close Ariana and what's her name? Not Cynthia. That's the girl's bathroom. Cynthia. Ariana and Cynthia, they got very close during filming of Wicked. Everyone was like, they've definitely fucked. But I could see it, like Elphaba and Glinda, they do have that like relationship where like it goes deeper than friendship. Do you know what I mean? Like the way they are with each other, the songs they sing to each other, like it's not giving friends, it's giving more than. So I would love that. I mean, like Fiyero, he's giving gay, he's giving camp. So like, you know, maybe him and Glinda are in like a lavender marriage, but Glinda and Elfie are secretly together. I like that. Pitch Perfect. Yes, I was hoping someone would come through with Pitch Perfect. Becca and Chloe, blowy. I didn't make that up. That was in the film. But I can so see that, like, the shower scene, they're literally naked, singing together in the shower. And I'm sure in the third Pitch Perfect, when they're on, like, the army base, they're getting very close. And do you know what I mean? Like, Becca and Chloe definitely need to fuck. And it is Anna Kendrick. She plays very lesbian, non-lesbian parts. Like, Becca, she's got, like, the short, black, painted nails, like, very, like, she's just giving gay. And in Twilight, she was like prom dress shopping with Bella, wasn't she? Like, you just went to look at the tits, let's be real. So yeah, Becca and Chloe, I'm so there for that. We've got Cara and Lena from Supergirl. I could see that. I haven't really watched it, but I have seen pictures of them, and I could see them being cuties. Romeo and Juliet. Oh, I like that one. So we've got like, maybe, because obviously it's like the two families are divided. Maybe they're divided because obviously you've got like Juliet with her family, Romeo with his family, or Romea with his. Getting confused between my genders. Pardon me. That was rude. I just coughed in your ears. I'm so sorry, guys. We've got Juliet. We've got Romeo. Juliet's like, no, her family's the strict family, aren't they? So Juliet's like closeted. Her family won't let her like leave her balcony. Then you've got Romeo, who's like out and proud leser and is trying to get with Juliet, but like they're star-crossed lovers because the families won't let them, because it's like, eh, no, like she's a lesbian, and she's like, oh, yeah, but so am I. I could so see Romeo and Juliet being gay. And you know what I'm sick of in life? People coming up to me being like, oh, where's your Romeo? I'm like, I don't have one and I don't want one. Full stop. I don't want the boys anywhere near me. So maybe if we make it Romeo and Juliet, why can't I think of a good name? Romea and Juliet. Then maybe people will stop asking me where my Romeo is, and I can say, I'm a dyke, just like Juliet and Romeo and Juliet. Also, have we all seen Romeo and Juliet? Because that was such a good film, and I feel like it's so underrated. I'm going to watch that tonight. I love Romeo and Juliet. We've got another Twilight. I love that. We've got Little Shop of Horrors, but specifically as Seymour as a plant mom mask, and Audrey as the whimsical femme. I'm here for that. I love that. I also love, like, any musicals. I just love going to the theatre. It's so much fun, like, immersing yourself in that world. What did we go and see the other day? We went to see Miss Saigon. It was good, but sad. Like, it didn't have a happy ending. I left thinking, oh, she just died. Spoiler, sorry. But it was quite sad. We've got Hamilton. So I'm wondering if we're making Alexander Hamilton Alexandra Hamilton. And we're having a little... Obviously, because again, it's like love triangle. It's like the two sisters that are in love with him / her. So I could see that. We've got Game of Thrones. Mal and Ben from Descendants to Mal and Evie from Descendants. Yeah, Mal and Evie, they're like Elphaba and Glinda. They sing this like power love ballad that's just giving more than friends, isn't it? Like, it's not giving besties. It's giving we want to sleep with each other. So I'm down for that. We've got It Ends With Us. Someone else has put Wicked, and they said, stop being cowards and make Wicked sapphic. I'm there for that. I'm so there for that. We've got a couple more. We've got Rapunzel again. Yes, I think Rapunzel, we need lesbian Flynn Rider. I have seen a lot of couples do that for Halloween. Like, you've got the femme as Rapunzel in like a little cutie corset, and then you've got the mask as Flynn Rider. We've got another Veronica and Heathers. We've got... Oh, I don't know this one. Can I say Clois and Clex? Yes, both Lex and Clark as women. I don't know what that's from. We're going to have to do some Googling. Oh, saucy one. 50 Shades. Ooh. Now, imagine a film like 50 Shades, or what's the other one? 365 Days. But imagine them with these, like, power, dom, femme lesbians. Oh, I'll be tuning into that. Absolutely. Oh, The Notebook. I like that. Like, I feel like that would be like a very cutesy little love, like woman-loving woman romance. And then like 50 Shades on the other side would not be so romantic. But I'm here for both of them. And final one, because it's like the most popular film in the world at the minute that I still haven't watched, and I do definitely need to watch. We've got K-pop Demon Hunters. So I don't really know I know like the characters, but I don't know who's in love with who. So I don't know who we're making a lesbian. Just make them all lesbians. You know, another film that I think is definitely gay? Turning Red. I can't remember if it's Disney or Pixar. Oh, on my phone. I think it might be Pixar. No, it might be Disney. It's probably Disney. But like the little girl, and she's got a friend, and they're just destined to be together, and they're all like fangirling over this boy band who all look camp as fuck. But that needs to be gay as well. I think let's just make every movie gay. Like, there's not enough queer movies out there, I don't think. Or like, there's some, but like the lesbians are like not the main storyline. We need to make the lesbian storylines the main storylines. Like, push that narrative more, because it will help so many young queer people growing up go, oh my god, I've seen Elphaba and Linda kiss, so that means I can kiss my girlfriends if I fancy them, you know? We need to stop like hiding away from the fact that lesbians actually exist, so that people actually think that it's okay to be a lesbian and don't hide themselves in the closet for years because they're too scared. So there we go. Any film directors out there, make a queer movie and I'll talk about it on the pod. There you go. Right. I think we need to jump into some dilemmas, and I have an update for you all. We've got an update, guys. Are we ready? So this is an update about the Bridesmaid story. Do we all remember? So basically, I'll give you a brief recap. I don't know if she gave us a recap. Oh, she did. I think she gave us a recap, but I'll give you a little one anyway. So these girls were talking. She got ghosted, and then she got asked to be a bridesmaid at the wedding. Not even to like attend the wedding. She got asked to be a bridesmaid at the wedding, and the wedding was with the ex that they were still engaged to. So there's a whole drama there already, but there's more. So I need everyone to lock in, straps on. I wonder if anyone's having sex right now whilst listening to this. Do you think anyone currently has a strap on or a strap on inside of them whilst they're listening? What a strange thought that's just come to my head. Well, if you are, I hope you're enjoying. Let's dive in. I have got an update to a dilemma that I sent in recently. It's the story about the girl who ghosted me and then asked me to be her bridesmaids. Are we shocked that a month ago she called off the wedding and these two are no longer together? I can't say I am shocked, because it seemed like they were very like off and on, arguing, getting with other people, ghosting them, getting back together. So I'm not surprised that the wedding's not even on. I'm pretty sure when I answered your dilemma the first time, I said the wedding might not even happen because it just didn't sound right. So there we go. One of the main reasons for their first breakup is that the girl she was engaged to was cheating on her with a man. Yikes. I think I'd just rather be cheated on with a girl. And I'm like, imagine you're with a lesbian and then it turns out they've been sleeping with a man. I honestly think I'd rather you be sleeping with a beautiful girl than with a man. That's that's horrible to think about. Bear in mind, when these two got back together and resumed being engaged, the fiancé had claimed that she had completely cut contact with this man and that he would never be an issue in their relationship again. Shock horror, this was not the case at all. She was still friends with this man and would speak to him behind her partner's back. I was stupid and did agree to being a bridesmaid. Wow! I did not think you would agree, but you said it there. Because my curiosities got the better of me. That's what I said, didn't I? I was like, I feel like I would have to go to see how the wedding would pan out, to see everything. Obviously, as a bridesmaid, it's a little bit intense, but I reckon if you turned down the bridesmaid invitation, you wouldn't have got a normal invitation. But hey, who knows? So, the wedding's currently going ahead. This man's not going to be an issue. He's just a friend. And you've said, yes, I will be a bridesmaid. Carrying on. So, the curiosity's got the better of me. And I really wanted to remain friends with this girl because of all the time I'd spent getting to know her in the talking stage had really built up feelings in me that made me feel like I really couldn't just cut this girl out of my life. Fair enough. When she blocked me to get back together with her ex, I was absolutely distraught. Not even by the situation, but just because this person I had grown so close to, I was no longer able to speak to every day. I think that is something that is so, I don't know if underrated is the right word, but there is nothing more painful than being used to speaking to someone every day, telling them all your life updates, sharing all positive, negative news with them, anything you need, that person's there for, to then just not having them, not being able to text them when you need them. It's gut-wrenching. There's nothing worse. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's horrible. It's an awful feeling. Funnily enough, even though I did agree to being a bridesmaid, the plans for their wedding didn't last longer than 3 months after they got back together because her fiancé was still cheating on her with a man, and she found that out quite quick. Well, I'm glad she found it out. I'm glad it wasn't on the wedding day and this man walks through and says, I object. That would have been intense. So at least she's found out in advance so she can call off the wedding. Now that they aren't in a relationship or engagement, the girl did try to come back to me. The audacity! Hope you said no. Because she felt as though I was the only person who had stuck around and put up with all of her shit, which shows true love and commitment. I guess it does. As tempted as I was to turn around and drop this whole situation to be with this girl, I hope you're proud that I had some self-respect and said no. I am really proud of you. That probably took a lot of guts because, like you said, you spent a lot of time talking to this person, sharing life information with them, getting to know each other. It's so hard once you've built that emotional connection just to go, I'll come back to you. It's fine. I'll drop everything. I'll come to you. But we have to remember this person fucked you around and then asked you to be a bridesmaid for a wedding with someone else. Crazy. And even if she is a lovely person, she's learned from her mistakes, that person's still probably going to carry a lot of baggage and bring a lot of emotional trauma into the relationship that realistically, do you want to be dealing with? Is she going to do it again in 3 years' time when the ex comes back to her again? I think we're best we can be friends, we can, support from afar, but we do not want to be involved with this person and getting in their pants. This girl is still my friend, and we have got closer since the breakup. Since the breakup. But I will not allow anything to happen with her because I deserve more than to be treated as a second option. Yes, you do, my queen. Everyone say that again. I've lost where I am. We need to do this really well. Everyone ready? Where are we? I've lost where I am. Got it. We deserve better than to be treated as a second option. I hope you all said that with us. Because no one deserves to be someone's second choice, someone's second thought. You want somebody to be with you that the instant they wake up in the morning, they text you, "Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have the best day ever. You're so sexy. I love you so much. And make sure you're free at 6 o'clock tonight for a date." That's what we deserve. We don't deserve second best. So I'm really, really proud of you. Got really passionate then, didn't I? Wow. Keep losing where I am, though. I'm getting too invested. My friendship is valuable enough for her to have, and I really do like this girl, but it's best we both do our separate things romantically, because I refuse to go through anything like that again. She is a very chaotic person, and now, as her friend, I get to hear about all of her dating dramas, but I'm very much happy with the fact I no longer have to be one of them. Hope this update shocked you as much as it did me. By the way, I love your podcast. By the way, I love you. You sent an update. I think this is only the second update we've ever had. So shout out to you. You get a love heart. Thanks, girl. Yeah, no, I am shocked. I'm flabbergasted. But I think for you, this is the best situation that could have happened. You didn't have to watch this girl literally marry someone else as you stood there, probably like holding the flowers and the bouquet, like crying through a smile. You don't still have to be involved with this girl in a romantic way. Obviously, you're more than happy being friends, which good for you, because I think some people would just be like, I don't want anything to do with you in my life. Like, say, like I'd been with someone, we broke up and we stayed friends. I would not want to hear about their dating stories. It would just make me feel sick. But obviously, you don't want to be with this person. So like, you can hear the stories and give advice, just being like, thank fuck that's not me that's involved. So I'm really happy for you, and thank you so much for sending in your update. I'm really happy that you did that. So let's move on. I lent a one-night stand my Ralph Lauren, oh my god, why can't I speak? Let's try again. Take two. I lent a one-night stand my Ralph Lauren jacket to look less trampy going home the next morning. I asked her to post it back to me, in brackets, she wasn't local, and she instantly blocked me and kept the jacket. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. jacket. That's wild, isn't it? I mean, I guess if you said to her, I'm going to give you this jacket so you look less trampy, maybe she thought, fuck you, I'm keeping the jacket and never speaking to you again. But I'd hope you didn't call her a tramp to her face. So, yeah, that's wild, though. The fact that you were doing a nice thing, you were giving her the jacket so she could get home, you know, feeling warm. Maybe she was on the train if she wasn't local. You said, just post it back to me, it's all good. Like, maybe, obviously you weren't going to see each other again because you said post it back to me, not like, give it to me next time I see you. But you just got blocked, you got ghosted, never saw the jacket or her again. At least you've maybe learnt your lesson. Next time, just give them, like, a little shitty Primark jacket. Like, don't give them your nice, expensive, fancy jackets, because chances are you might not see them again. I love doing that, though. I love having a partner's jumper and being like, well, you have to come see me again because I have your expensive jumpers. Like, it's a nice little way to, like, keep them keen. Do you know what I mean? Okay, moving on. Long-time listener, first-time writer. Long-time listener, isn't it? It's wild to me that we have long-time listeners, but we're literally in the 60s of episodes, so it's like, you know, the pod has been going for way over a year now, and I'll get too excited if I get on that wavelength, because Mum told me I spoke about it for too long the other week, but genuinely, like, it does just blow my mind where the podcast's gone, where it's come from, and where it's going, so thank you all. How do I get around the fact that my ex-wife, who I still have to see as we have a child together, and my new girlfriend have the same name? Oof. So your ex-wife and your new girlfriend have the same name. Okay, I mean, they don't know each other. They don't have to know each other exist. Even though you still see the ex-wife because of the child, she does not have to know that your new girlfriend has the same name. Let's carry on. It's a super common name, and they use the same nicknames too. Think M&M's for Emily. I jokingly call them Old Emily and New Emily to my friends. It's still early days with the girlfriend, and so far, no other nicknames have stuck. Previously, sharing a name with my ex-wife has been a hard no. But like in the past, you wouldn't have dated somebody who had the same name as your ex-wife, I understand. But I'm grateful I took a chance on the new one, as she's awesome. Well, let's just be happy that you finally found someone that's clearly like floating your boat, making you happy, satisfying you. Just so happens they have the same name as your ex. My current girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend both have a cat called Olive, so, you know, it happens. Shit happens, life happens. And hey, at least you can't call them the wrong name. We have a silver lining. You can't be in bed and moan the wrong name because they have the same name. So that's one issue we don't have to worry about. I'm assuming actually maybe the new one might learn about the old one if it's like, oh, I've got to go and see Emily to drop off the kids. Do you know what I mean? But it's not really going to be an issue because you don't have to worry of calling them a new name. Obviously, you're saying you're struggling with like nicknames, but I guess the ex-wife, like, she's an ex for a reason. Obviously, you still have to see her because of childcare and all of those lovely things. So you see her, I would stop nicknaming the ex-wife. She gets the full legal name. She gets Emily. And the new girlfriend, she gets Ems. She gets, what other options did you give us? Ems. Or maybe just babes. Lover girl, sexy angel wife. Maybe not wife if you've got an ex-wife. But you know, we can think of some cute nicknames that maybe don't involve names. Or they both just have the same names and nicknames. And just neither of them have to know. Just keep it on the down low. Keep it between us and all the girlies, gays and theys listening. Okay. Shall we do one more dilemma? I think so. Okay. Here we go. So, talking about toxic exes, I have a few. So, where to even start? I met a girl on Tinder and I met up with her twice. She came to my house, which was 2 hours away from her house. That is dedication. How did you even match on Tinder if you were 2 hours away? Can you set your radius really far? Probably. Okay, so she's travelled 2 hours to see you. She must have thought you were really fit. It went fine the first time she left with no issues. Okay, so she came, you saw each other, it went great. You were like, let's see each other again. After a few weeks, I called it off as I didn't see it going anywhere. Well, at least you didn't lead her on. You said, this isn't going to go anywhere. Let's stop doing this now. She didn't like this, and she showed up to my work out of nowhere. I told her to leave. She did. But when I finished work, she was waiting outside my front door. Okay, it's kind of giving stalker. Imagine she's been waiting there like, I know her shift finishes at 8 o'clock. I'm going to wait here for her. Yeah, it's giving psycho. I spoke with her there for almost 3 hours, and I wasn't getting anywhere. I told her to leave me alone and go home, but she wouldn't leave. I lived in staff accommodation at the time, so by this point, everyone in my house was awake. I tried to get into my room and leave her outside, but she barged her way past me through the door. Oh, rude. And she accused me of jamming her fingers in the door, which I did not do. Okay, so she's now broke into your house. I think it's time to ring the police. Is that acceptable? Yeah, she's broken your house, even though you know her. Call the police, girl. Anyway, fast forward. It's now 4 a.m. This had been going on for almost 5 hours now. I had 2 of my friends in my room at the accommodation who witnessed the whole thing. Okay, well, at least other people saw it, so it's like, not like your word against hers. Like, they were literally there, they saw and heard everything. My friend gave me her flat keys and told me to climb out the window because this girl wanted me, not them. So they knew they would be fine as she would likely follow me, which she did. We all legged it to my friend's flat and hid in the dark as she drove around the village spam calling me. What a creep! Ew! 30 minutes later, I get a call from my mum. She was screaming at me and was really upset because this girl had called her saying I was walking around a lake and I was going to try and myself. What the fuck? 1, where did she even get your mum's number from? Because I'm assuming if you'd just been hooking up, she didn't have it. 2, what the fuck? So obviously she's not getting through to you. So she's like, I know, I'm going to ring her mum and say this. That's actually wild. Moral of the story is, I never told anyone where I lived again after that, as I was so scared, as it really gave real stalker vibes. Anyway, love the podcast, and I have loads more stories like this one. Oh, yeah, send us more, girl. I live for the drama. I'm literally Pam from Gavin and Stacey. It's all the drama, Mick. I just love it. Well, they were some wild stories. Seriously, we've got girlfriends and exes of the same names. We've got psychos barging their way into our houses. We've got bridesmaid updates. We've had it all. So, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review, give us a like, a subscribe, a comment, all those good things. Make sure you follow the podcast on Instagram and TikTok at thelesbianlounge.podcast. And I will speak to you all on Thursday for a brand new episode. I love you all so much. Bye!